Deep in the Peruvian rainforest flows a river so hot that it can seriously burn human skin in seconds. Steam rises from its surface. The water reaches temperatures close to boiling. And somehow, this river exists in the middle of the Amazon. That shouldn't be possible. Rivers this hot are usually found near active volcanoes. But there are no active volcanoes anywhere nearby. For years, many people thought stories about this river were nothing more than a myth, until scientists discovered it was real. So how can an almost boiling river exist where it shouldn't? And what hidden forces beneath the earth are keeping it hot? Long before scientists arrived, local indigenous communities already knew about the river. For generations, stories were passed from one generation to the next. Stories about a place deep in the forest where the water itself seemed alive. A place where mist rose from the ground. A place where animals avoided the riverbanks. A place where the earth seemed to breathe heat. To local communities, these stories were not myths. They were part of reality. But outside the region, very few people believed them. After all, boiling rivers are normally associated with volcanic activity. And Peru's Amazon rainforest is far from the country's major volcanic zones. The story simply didn't fit what most people understood about geology. As decades passed, the legend survived. Travelers occasionally reported strange sightings. Hunters described rising steam. Villagers spoke about dangerous waters hidden in the jungle. Yet no major scientific investigation followed. Most outsiders assumed the stories had been exaggerated over time. The same thing happens with many legends. A small truth grows larger with every retelling. But what if the story was different? What if the impossible river actually existed? Eventually, one scientist decided to find out for himself. And his journey would transform a local legend into an international mystery. But who was he? And what exactly did he discover? That scientist was Andres Russo. As a child, he heard stories about a river that could boil living creatures alive. At first, he dismissed the story. It sounded impossible. Years later, while studying geology, the memory returned. The more he thought about it, the more curious he became. If the river wasn't real, then why had so many people described it? And if it was real, how could it possibly exist? Eventually, curiosity became a mission. Russo traveled into the Peruvian Amazon searching for answers. The journey was difficult. Dense rainforest covered the landscape. Roads became scarce. Local knowledge became essential. And then he found it. A river stretching through the forest. Steam rising into the air. Water flowing at temperatures far hotter than anyone expected. The legend was real. Scientists had not discovered a boiling river. Local communities had known about it all along. Science was simply catching up. But finding the river only created a much bigger mystery. Because according to everything geologists understood, the river shouldn't be there. So what was actually heating the water? The river is known as Shanay-Timpishka. Its name is often translated as boiled with the heat of the sun. It stretches for several kilometers through the rainforest. Unlike a hot spring, this is not a small geothermal pool. It is an actual river, a flowing river large enough to carve its way through the landscape. Measurements revealed temperatures approaching 86 degrees Celsius in some areas. That is hot enough to cause severe burns. Hot enough to kill small animals that accidentally enter the water. Witnesses have described seeing creatures fall into the river and struggle to escape. The water itself becomes a deadly environment. Yet despite these extreme temperatures, the surrounding forest remains alive. Trees grow along the banks. Birds fly overhead. Rain falls regularly. The contrast feels surreal. A near-boiling river flowing through a lush tropical rainforest. It looks like something from another planet. Naturally, scientists searched for a volcanic explanation. But there was a problem. There were no nearby volcanoes capable of producing that much heat. No magma chamber close to the surface. No obvious source. The river seemed to violate expectations. And solving that mystery would require looking far beneath the rainforest floor. The answer begins with rain. Lots of rain. The Amazon receives enormous amounts of rainfall every year. Some of that water does not remain on the surface. Instead, it slowly seeps underground, through cracks in rocks, through porous layers of earth, through pathways invisible from above. As the water travels deeper underground, temperatures gradually increase. This is a natural process found throughout the planet. The deeper you go beneath the Earth's surface, the hotter it becomes. Scientists believe the water beneath Shanay-Timpishka travels exceptionally deep before returning upward. As it moves through underground geological systems, it absorbs heat. Eventually, pressure forces the water back toward the surface. The result is a continuous flow of extremely hot water, not powered by a volcano, but powered by Earth's natural geothermal energy. In many ways, the river functions like a giant natural heating system hidden beneath the rainforest, an underground engine operating silently for thousands of years. The explanation solved one mystery, but it raised another. If the river is so extraordinary, why has it survived largely untouched? Why hasn't modern development transformed the area? The answer lies not in science, but in culture. For local communities, Shanay-Timpishka is more than a geological phenomenon. It is a sacred place. Many indigenous traditions regard the river with deep respect. People do not simply see hot water. They see history, identity, spiritual significance. Generations have grown up understanding that the river is special, something to be respected rather than exploited. That cultural relationship may have helped protect the area. While many unusual natural resources attract large-scale development, the boiling river remained relatively unknown to the outside world. Its remoteness helped, but so did local stewardship. Today, the river serves two different roles. For scientists, it is a rare natural laboratory. For local communities, it remains a place of cultural importance. Both perspectives contribute to its preservation. And perhaps that is part of what makes the river so remarkable. Not only did nature create something extraordinary, people chose to protect it, which leads to a larger realization. The boiling river is not just a story about geology. It is a story about how much of our planet remains unexplored.